Hello everyone, welcome. It's just crazy now, like, you see all this shit in the media, you'd say, well, I mean, it is what it is, but when you look at all this, like, that's happening politically, you see Trump in the Middle East.
We believe in peace through strength. You have to have the strength. I believe it is God's job to sit in judgment, my job to defend America, and to...
You know, he's on this tour. It's pretty cool. He's making a lot of money for America.
At the outset, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and President Trump signed the strategic partnership document
These motherfuckers be
with a
fighting
total
for us,
value
bro.
of $600 billion.
They be fucking funding our shit, bro.
The total value is historic deals amounts to $3 trillion and $200 billion.
Rich.
Trump then traveled to the UAE, where he signed deals with its president, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, with a value of $1.4 trillion.
I don't know if you saw the numbers, but
Tamim bin
this is
Hamad Al
absolutely
Thani,
absurd.
he signed a list of agreements worth twice as much as the Saudi deal, totaling $1.2 trillion.
Damn, are we getting rich? And I'll tell you, that's a lot of money if you stack it all together. Anyways.
That's the way it goes when you party just like I do. Bitches on my dick that used to block me off in high school. Take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money.
Trump was celebrated on this tour of the Middle East. He's gone there to secure strategic deals and to build partnerships in the regions, as well as to strengthen our alliances with their leaders.
At this point, Trump's shaken every hand in the Mideast.
This is Unknown Entity, and I just wanted to say this is crazy. I wanted to cobble together this video and collectively just show off everything that's been happening so far, because I haven't really been able to cover it all on my channel. But hopefully a longer form video would do better. And I'm trying to improve my content overall, maybe get back to podcasting. And for the audience, let me know down in the comments what you'd prefer. But my opinions on this trip is just, it's been pretty shocking. You know, we all heard this was coming, but I didn't really expect all of the gains to come from this Saudi trip. And also all the other destinations Trump made along the way. It's pretty shocking. Just to see what came of Syria and Trump normalizing relations with them and dropping sanctions. It's pretty big. It's a big deal considering their new government in Syria, and so it's pretty big news. And he also met with the new leader of Syria, the new prince, I believe the son of the crown prince of Syria. They go by many titles, you know, the prime minister, many things. But that's a new government there. Hopefully, it's a more stable government because over the past decade, there's been just instability in the region. It'll likely continue, but Trump's just betting his odds and trying to give him a chance here. He's putting out an olive branch, and hopefully they can kind of restore their government more after this violent Syrian civil war and the proxy wars that have ensued. In the Syrian revolution, there really has been a lot of just brutal instability in the region with the Syrian Guard and the Syrian nationalists and the clashing factions in Syria, including external forces and actors like Iran and Israel in a proxy war exchanging fire frequently in Syria. There's been many targets there of their proxy war. But anyways, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll keep you all updated as these things progress. With all this, with this whole thing he's going on, it's a historical, just kind of tour of the Middle East. Here's a video of Trump receiving the Royal Golden Medal. As we can see, the Sheikh welcomed him with open arms. And in general, Trump received a very glowing reception in Dubai as well, and in the places he visited in the Middle East. So he went to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates the first day of his trip, and he's concluding it in Dubai as well. So he's going over there. He's just trying to make peace. Really, what Trump's doing is he's angling. He's like positioning himself as a peacemaker in the region. And he's just kind of gaming to see what he can achieve through diplomacy before anything else. So you see calls for like an attack on Iran being downplayed, as Trump's kind of just trying to go the path of diplomacy with this. We see that more and more with divide with Israel. Israel trying to eliminate Hamas completely in Gaza, and they're close. Really, I think Trump will let them do it. Netanyahu's shown no signs of stopping. He's made blatant remarks, brazenly even saying that the war is coming to a conclusion. Whether there's a ceasefire or not, that's just an inevitability, so it's happening sooner rather than later. Here's the clip of Netanyahu. Here we can see his full remarks. Take a listen.
לא רוצה להגיד דברים, אנחנו בימים קרובים מאוד נכנסים בכל העוצמה להשלים את המהלך. להשלים את המהלך זה להכניע את החמאס. זה להשמיד את החמאס. אבל לא יהיה מצב שאנחנו נפסיק את המלחמה. אני לא אומר, אתה יכול לעשות הפסקת אש לזמן ידוע, אבל אתה לא יכול. אנחנו הולכים עד הסוף. אנחנו הקמנו מנהלת שתאפשר להם לצאת, אבל הבעיה אצלנו זה דבר אחד. אין לך, אתה צריך מדינות קולטות. זה אנחנו עובדים כרגע.
But it's just crazy. I mean, seeing all these events happen one after the other. So I guess a lot of people are saying Netanyahu and Israel got snubbed by Trump's visit to the Middle East. And it's not necessarily true. I'd say more Zelensky got snubbed by Trump because Putin didn't arrive at the peace negotiations, so Trump never showed up. But Trump was really not trying to. He said that he would, though, if Putin showed up.
Capital of Ankara, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived ahead of peace talks set to begin today with Russia in Istanbul, aimed at finding an end to the war. Secretary of State.
Mr. President, no Putin's injury. No Putin's injury. Are you disappointed by that?
No, I didn't anticipate. I actually said, why would he go if I'm not going? Because I wasn't going to go. I wasn't planning to go. I would go. But I wasn't planning to go, and I said, I don't think he's going to go if I don't go, and that turned out to be right. But we have people there. Marco, as you know, is doing a fantastic job. Marco's there, Secretary of State, and we have people there. But I didn't think it was possible for Putin to go if I'm not there.
Stood up Zelensky. And he wasn't surprised when he didn't, because why would he go if Trump wasn't going? Yeah, he said, why would I go? Why would he go if I wasn't going? And that makes sense to me. I mean, why would he waste the time? If it's just Zelensky, there's not really a negotiation, and they're not really coming to a consensus on anything because there's no dialogue. So it's just Zelensky there. We'll see where these things go in the future, in the coming days. But Trump making some historic landmark agreements in the Middle East. Yesterday he signed, I believe, a $300,000 deal, $300 million deal with Qatar, and this is for the sale of a bunch of our Boeing jets. So, and they can go up to 400, I guess they said as well. So this is obviously a big investment, and he's kind of shaking up Boeing, saying, you know, you have to get your act together. I mean, obviously they're going to have to perform a little better for the Saudis. I mean, they're going to have to answer to the Saudis now. And so Boeing's going to be delivering on those jets, and a lot of other things happening. They're freeing up money for data centers as well. That's pretty cool. Other than that, you know, publicity aside, there's been a lot of landmark agreements here, a lot of investing, and the Saudis really have the capital to invest. They're investing a lot in AI, unlike Europe. So we'll see where it goes from there. As we saw, obviously Elon Musk's made a big appearance here in Saudi Arabia. We saw his Cybertrucks, Arabian Cybertrucks, and also he made an appearance with the Optimus robots. He also took to the stage to make a few statements as well about the progress of Optimus.
So we just showed several of our Tesla Optimus robots to His Highness and President Trump, and I think they were very impressed. In fact, one of our robots did the Trump dance, which I think was pretty cool.
The YMCA, yeah?
Yeah, to YMCA. So yeah, our robots can dance, they can walk around, they can interact. I think we're headed to a radically different world. I think a good world, an interesting world.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
And he's working on a lot of those same data centers and AI. So it all kind of comes together as a lot of the big corporate CEOs are there seeking funding from the Saudis, and Trump's really just securing the capital. And look at this fresh new golden Cybertruck unveiled for the Saudi prince. It's pretty beautiful, ain't it? This was just one of many things Elon Musk is doing in Dubai. He's obviously got all his gadgets and his Teslas there. And even the Dubai police force are made up of the Cybertruck police force, so that's pretty cool. Now, on the Trump jet, we've also heard Trump's willing to accept this gift. I mean, it makes sense. They're giving us a free Air Force One, which is pretty cool. And Trump before had bragged about how he was bringing down the price on the Boeing Air Force One. So if he's able to get it for free, he's obviously going to try and do that. And it'd be good, I believe. I think Trump is just a little bit annoyed at Boeing, especially because he wants the Air Force One that he designed and commissioned to be finished before his term's up, and that makes sense. It's an upgrade, a major renovation to the Air Force One, which is aging, and this would give it a lot more internal space, a lot more modern features as well. Besides all that, the Saudis are also invested in the Artemis program now. They're going to be launching CubeSats on our lunar Gateway project. I think it's the Artemis rocket. It's going to be launching them on its way to the moon. So stay posted for that. That'll definitely be interesting. A little bit of collaboration in the space sector is always exciting, especially with the likes of Elon Musk there. So we'll see where that goes and how this all manifests. But yeah, we're seeing a lot more statements about Turkey. I guess Trump's meeting with their leader as well. He's dropped all sanctions on Turkey. We see more and more anti-Semitism, and so it appears like Israel's enemies are angling, but they're planning to go to war and at all costs defeat them. If you enjoyed this content, consider subscribing. In my opinion, I don't think that they're going to have any reservations, even regardless of what Trump's saying in his rhetoric now. Israel's going to free Gaza of the Palestinians. Be sure to hit the bell for updates. Yo! This is epic. Bro, this is base. This is Trump Gaza. We own this motherfucker, bro. We own this shit, bro. These are our truest allies right now besides Israel. Thank you for watching. It seems like it's gone well. America is more wealthy now, much more wealthy than before. Thank you for watching.